My name is Zoe Breeze and I've worked for over 15 years within the visual arts community. I run charities and educational programs. When you grow up here, sometimes you just feel like there's nothing but this. And then when the opportunity to come and work with a young person came up, I mean, I have children of my own, I just thought, absolutely, I want to do that. Like, I would have loved someone to have done this when I was a young person, to make me think that the world is bigger than just here and that there's options to not just get out of here, but to come and enhance where we are and change like the situation that we find ourselves in. And I just thought, what better thing to do than to work with a young person? It'd be amazing. It just means sharing a kind of understanding and a time with someone. So not just about the idea of like showing them that other things are available, but just by committing that time to go, well, every single week, no matter what, I'm more than happy to carve out this time for you, and we can do something really great together over a prolonged period of time, and that we can just kind of understand each other, and I can, whatever you want to say or whatever you want to ask, or we can just have like a really open relationship like that, and have conversations that you might not be able to have with other adults in the school setting or in a different setting, a kind of much more kind of organic, authentic kind of relationship. His alternative, he's definitely into the same kind of stuff I'm into, so this is going to be a really easy relationship. And then I just talked to him and it was really natural, and I just thought, I've had so much fun today, like I just really enjoyed it. Drawing on some of the things that he's interested in, like music and creative kind of passions and stuff like that, has been just a really easy gateway, because it's what I spend my life doing anyway. So to be able to meet someone and know that they're at the beginning of a journey which is really difficult, into an industry that's really difficult, and having that kind of ability to kind of help shape that, and to say, don't give up on that because it's super cool and you can definitely do it. I think that's just been really helpful, and it's a really easy connection to have. And I hope he kind of stays strong enough to be an individual and to just know that it's totally fine to go against the grain of what everyone else is doing, and you will have a more fulfilled kind of exciting life, because the industry that he wants to go into is just notoriously difficult. But I think anyone with enough determination can create something within that, or just be brave enough to create his own path, or just, with the right support and people around him going, yeah, you can definitely do that. I think then he'll do something exceptional. Well, I think that I've experienced a kind of satisfaction at being able to come back to where I'm from and try to help kind of engineer something that has a really positive effect. Because I think all these kids need someone to have like absolute faith in them, and I think they all need to realise that they're completely worthwhile and completely like brilliant in themselves, so that makes me feel really good, because I'm like, of course I want that, of course I want that to be the experience that every single child should have, so yeah, it's been brilliant for me, but I've just really enjoyed being able to offer it. So I think within communities like this, there is a lot of love and a lot of kind of want for people to do well. The problem is, when you're from this community, other people from other communities have measured you already before you start. So you're always going in on a back foot, because people will always decide who you are and what your worth is based on your postcode. And young people in the situation that they find themselves in should never define who they are as a person. And I just think we've all got the ability to say to that young person, like, everything is so much better. Like, it's not great now. Like, school's not great for anyone, and life's not always, like, it's full of restrictions at this age. But I know it's going to be amazing when we come out, if you've got the confidence to do it. So let's all help them have as much confidence in themselves as possible. If you think about children's interactions with adults at this age, is always a formal interaction, so it's always bound by specific rules. And while mentoring is that within a kind of, an appropriate safeguarding kind of way, I think the fluidity of conversations and the allowing yourselves to have natural connections and that time is just something that you can't have with a teacher, or you can't have with somebody who's, having to be there and manage everybody else at the same time. And I think it's about that. It's about that individual time. I run 3 businesses. I have 4 children, and if I can find an hour a week, then it's like, I'd be really hard pushed to understand why other people can't find 1 hour a week to do something that's so worthwhile. I would say it's the best thing that you could do. I always think when a child from this community thrives, they've absolutely nailed it and they've shown everyone. And I think if we can help them show that to everyone, then that's exactly what our responsibility is.